Hello, Aki Tara here. Welcome to Aki's Pixel Pets, the little show about animals in video games and the real-life influences... Chocobo, what are you doing here? Well, yeah, I know I'm talking about your origins today, but why are you here? She says hi. Okay, now go. Shoot. Alright, fine. You can stay. Everyone, meet Chocobo. Chocobo here is a large terrestrial bird from the Final Fantasy series, well known for their yellow feathers, catchy music, and love for Gissel greens. They are a primary mode of fast ground transportation, but there are some that are bred to fly, as well as use magic. But what would a real Chocobo look like? It's said that Miyazaki's horse claws from Nashika in the Valley of the Wind is a primary source of influence. Furthermore, the horse claws are influenced by the Diatrima, an extinct genus of prehistoric birds now known as Gastornis. These birds existed between 66 to 33.9 million years ago. Now, I know you're thinking, those are just terror birds. Well, you're close. I know, you don't like to be compared to them. Calm down. While members of Gastornis are similar to those of Forest Hasidai, they're not the same thing. In fact, recent research on carbon isotopes has shown that the Gastornis was not the carnivore we once thought it was. Plants use both carbon-12 and carbon-13 during photosynthesis. Carnivores have a higher proportion of carbon-12 to carbon-13, while herbivores have more of a balanced proportion. By examining the ratio of these two, called delta-13C, scientists can actually determine an animal's position within the food chain. And the Gastornis bears most isotopic similarity to herbivores. Shall we move on to your pretty looks? Alright then. The Chocobo and Gastornis are large birds with long, featherless legs and feet built for running. The wings are small and vestigial. Definitely not meant to allow flight. And the skull is pretty massive for its body size, so both are big-headed birds that run a lot. Well, I didn't mean it that way. That look is rather adorable on you. Yeah, what about those feet and beaks? Instead of having long talons for grabbing prey, both the Chocobo and Gastornis have wider feet, built to provide more impact support. They are also plantigrade, meaning they walk with their toes and metatarsal bones on the ground, like humans do. This fossilized footprint shows that the body weight was on the toes and metatarsals, but also that the Gastornis did not have long talons, indicative of a bird of prey. Here we can see that the Chocobo and Gastornis are both tridactyl, meaning that they have 3 toes. But it's the arrangement of toes that's different. The Gastornis has feet that are built like an emu's, but the Chocobo's feet are built like the 3-toed woodpecker. So why does the Chocobo have different feet? Well, I have a few reasons. Either an early software limitation, personal design preference, or possibly a superstition, since tridactyl birds technically have a 4th residual digit, and the number 4 is considered unlucky in Japan. Either way, it definitely gave the Chocobo more support, since it can walk backwards while other tridactyl birds cannot. Yes, I'm getting to that. Both have wide beaks with a slight curve at the end. Definitely a bird that would crack open seeds or even eat an occasional bug. After all, the Chocobo did eat cupid worms in Final Fantasy XI. Now, just because they have a curve at the end does not make them carnivores. These are the beaks of terror birds and other raptors. They have a narrower beak with a hooked end that tapers to a point. That's because they tear their prey into smaller pieces before swallowing them. Wider beaks are for those birds that need a sturdier structure to crack open seeds or scavenge for food. So let's see. Running, feet, beaks. I think that about covers it. So what do you say, Chocobo? Are you a descendant of the Gastornis birds? OMG, I know, right? I even amaze myself sometimes. Itching for more? Click here to check out my discovery of how real-life squids can do all those crazy things we do in Splatoon. Or click here to learn about the nightmare-inducing origins of Monster Hunter's Gobul. And remember to subscribe to stay up to date on the fascinating fauna that inspire our pixelated pets. Check you later!